All right, let's dive into Ahmedabad. Looks like someone's planning a trip and needs our help. They send over some stuff from FlightNHotels.com and an article about the top spots in Ahmedabad. So, ready to get this trip planned?
Absolutely. Ahmedabad is a UNESCO World Heritage City. It's like a living museum.
Yeah.
It's also super modern and vibrant. Historical treasures next to like bustling markets. Ancient architecture with cutting-edge science centers, too.
I love that. A perfect blend. So FlightHotels.com, I was looking at what you sent over. They have flight and hotel booking, yeah. But they also have these cool little extras, like discounts for booking taxis.
Oh, nice.
And their tagline, Wings of Happiness.
Very cute.
I know, right? I feel like that really sets the tone for your trip.
Yeah, for a good travel experience. And they really highlight their support options, too, like lots of ways to contact them, FAQs, even a community blog.
Ooh, what kind of blog is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious about that myself.
And you can sign up as a partner user. So maybe if you're a travel blogger or something, or wanted to like start a little tour group, this could be a good way to get started.
That's a good point. Like, it's not just a tool then, it's a platform.
Yeah.
And they talk about the app not taking up much space, which is good if you
Yeah.
take a lot of pictures on your phone.
Yeah.
Always running out of space.
Okay, so the article talks about Ahmedabad. It's the biggest city in Gujarat, so probably lots of energy. And they describe it as, well, vibrant, a mix of heritage and modern stuff. But then they call it the Manchester of India. What does that even mean?
Well, like Manchester in England, Ahmedabad has a big history with textiles.
Oh, okay.
Really beautiful fabrics, lots of colors and patterns.
I bet the markets are amazing.
They are. Definitely worth checking out.
I'm making a note. Market.check. Now, being a UNESCO World Heritage City, that's a big deal.
It is.
It's not just a name. It means it's a really special place.
Exactly. It means Ahmedabad has outstanding universal value. It's recognized for its history and culture.
And for travelers?
The sites will be well taken care of. You'll get to have some unique experiences.
Yeah.
Really connect with the city.
Okay, I'm sold. But the food section of the article, I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Dokla, fafda, and Gujarati thali.
The thali is like a platter with all sorts of small dishes. So at the Gujarati thali, you get tons of flavors. Sweet, savory, spicy.
Ugh, stop. I need to eat.
It's a whole experience.
I'm adding that to the top of my to-do list.
Yeah.
Devour a Gujarati thali. Okay, let's talk about the sites. Sabarmati Ashram. This was Mahatma Gandhi's home during India's fight for independence. Even if you're not into history, that's got to be powerful.
Absolutely. You can walk where he walked, see where he lived and worked. The article says there's a museum, too, with photos and letters and things.
Wow.
Imagine all the stories.
And then Jama Masjid, built in 1424. That's so old. Imagine the level of detail and craftsmanship.
It's incredible. And they incorporated Hindu and Jain architecture, too.
Oh, wow.
So you can see all these different cultural influences.
Yeah. It's a window into history. Okay, next. Adalaj Stepwell. Outside the city. It's supposed to be a masterpiece, 5 stories.
It's beautiful, yeah. But stepwells were super important back then. They provided water and a place to cool down from the heat.
Imagine going down all those steps and seeing the carving.
And actually a sensory experience.
Ahmedabad is all about these layers, huh? Everything is connected. Okay, this next one is totally different. Kankaria Lake. Sounds like a place for families. Zoo, toy train, balloon rides.
Yeah. Fun for everyone, and they have a carnival there every December.
Oh, wow.
Music, dancing, food, all that.
From peaceful ashram to party time, Ahmedabad really does have it all.
It does.
Okay, one more for now.
Okay.
Akshardham Temple. Just a short drive from Ahmedabad. It's this huge, magnificent temple.
Beautiful architecture, and really peaceful.
So much to see already.
And we haven't even gotten to half of it.
I know. I can't wait to hear more.
Me too.
This is going to be an awesome deep dive. Let's take a quick break and then jump back in. All right, I'm ready to book my flight. And we haven't even talked about the Calico Museum of Textiles yet. But first, let's get back to FlightNHotels.com. How can we use this site to plan the Ahmedabad trip?
It's not just about booking, is it? It's about making the whole trip better and easier. And that's what FlightNHotels.com seems to do. The article says it's great for finding the best prices for flights and hotels in Ahmedabad.
Which is so important, especially if you're on a budget. And with a city like Ahmedabad, with so much variety, it's good to have a site that lets you compare everything.
Exactly. You can find what you need, whether you want budget hostels or a fancy heritage hotel.
Okay, now, the itinerary. The article has this amazing 3-day plan.
3 days.
Yeah, seems like a good amount of time. Day 1, Sabarmati Ashram, then Jama Masjid. I love that transition. From the quiet ashram to the grand mosque.
It is a nice contrast. And then Sidi Said Mosque after that.
With the Tree of Life lattice work.
Yeah. And then lunch at Manek Chowk.
Wait, hold on. What's Manek Chowk like? The article says it's a market during the day. And a foodie paradise at night.
You have to try the street food there.
Oh, will.
It's a whole experience. All the different smells and colors.
Okay, Manek Chowk, check. Then day 1 ends at Kankaria Lake. A little relaxation time after all that food.
Yeah, sounds like a good balance. Day 2 also has a good mix. Adalaj Stepwell in the morning, then Sarkej Rosa.
The Acropolis of Ahmedabad. What a cool name.
Right.
It's a mix of tombs and mosques.
Different architectural styles.
I love that. And then more food.
The traditional Gujarati thali.
Ooh, round 2. I better pace myself. Then after lunch, Science City, IMAX, aquarium, all kinds of exhibits.
It's the modern side of Ahmedabad.
Yeah.
That focus on science and innovation.
I like that. Day 3, Akshardham Temple, and then the Calico Museum of Textiles.
A good way to end the trip. Celebrating the art and history of the region.
And don't forget the Law Garden Night Market for souvenirs and, of course, more food.
Of course.
I'm so overwhelmed right now, in a good way.
I know what you mean.
This itinerary is packed.
It is, but it's just a starting point. You can customize it. Do what you want.
That's the best part about traveling.
Exactly.
The article also had some good tips, like the best time to visit is between October and March.
For the weather.
Yes. I do not like heat.
Yeah, you want to be comfortable.
And they recommend using auto rickshaws or taxis to get around.
Or ride-sharing apps.
Makes sense with the traffic. Packing essentials, comfortable clothes, sunscreen, hat.
All the important stuff.
They also said that while Gujarati is the local language, Hindi and English are widely understood.
That's good to know.
I always worry about language barriers when I travel.
It's definitely easier when you can communicate.
But more than the practical stuff, I'm drawn to the energy of Ahmedabad. That mix of tradition and modernity.
It's a special city, always changing, but still connected to its roots.
Oh, the article mentioned something else, the pole. What is that?
Oh, it's like a neighborhood, but a really unique one. They're like these small communities within the city
Okay.
with their own character and stories.
Wow.
You can learn a lot about Ahmedabad by exploring the poles.
So it's more than just a place to visit, it's a place to experience.
Exactly.
This is why I love doing these deep dives. We uncover all these amazing details.
It's always an adventure.
So, to our listener, get ready to experience Ahmedabad.
Yes.
Explore the historical sites, try all the food, and get lost in the poles.
Don't forget to take pictures.
Yes, and share them with us.
We want to hear all about your trip.
I'm so excited for you.
Me too.
I am so ready for Ahmedabad.
You and me both.
We've covered so much. History, architecture, the food, the markets, the festivals. Ahmedabad has everything.
It really does. I mean, think about it. You could be exploring ancient stepwells 1 minute and then checking out a science museum the next.
It's crazy. It's like they've taken all the best stuff and put it all together in one city.
Yeah, it's a cool mix. Like, they haven't forgotten their past, but they're also moving forward.
I love that. And the article, it does a good job of explaining everything.
Yeah, very informative.
But what I'm really drawn to is the feeling I get from Ahmedabad. Just from reading about it, it seems like such a warm and energetic place.
I think you're right. The article gives you the facts.
Yeah.
But the real magic of a place is often something you can't really describe.
Exactly. Like the warmth of the people, the energy of the festivals, that feeling of harmony between the old and the new.
You get it.
And speaking of those special moments, the article mentioned something called
the poles.
Oh yeah, the poles.
What are those?
So basically, they're like little neighborhoods within the city, like a city within a city.
Whoa.
Yeah, each pole has its own character, its own stories, and a real sense of community.
I love that.
So it's not just about the buildings, it's about the people who live there, the generations who've called those poles home.
It's like a living museum of Ahmedabad's history.
Exactly.
This is what makes these deep dives so great. We start with the basics, and then we uncover all these hidden gems.
It's always a journey.
So to our listener, if you're planning a trip to Ahmedabad, embrace the magic.
Explore the history, eat all the delicious food, and get lost in the poles.
Don't forget to share your stories with us.
Yes, tell us all about it.
We can't wait to hear about your trip.
And that's it for our Ahmedabad deep dive.
Thanks for joining us.
See you next time for another adventure.